This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. In this Business Intelligence Master Program, this is our 16th session. In this session, we will see Azure SQL Database deployment models. Okay. So, what are the different deployment models we have? Okay. So, which one we can go for and which scenario? So, all those things we will discuss now. So, in today's session, we will discuss basically what is Azure SQL Database and the deployment models, purchasing models. Then we have a different features which are available in your Azure SQL database. All those things we will discuss. Then data types in SQL. So whatever slides I have included, those slides also I included again today, such as like data types in SQL and syntax. So today we are going to see syntax for your table, syntax for your stored procedure, because we need those two things. Next demo, we will see how to create SQL database. Anyhow, yesterday we have seen. Next, we will see how to create tables. This is also yesterday we have seen. Along with that, we are going to see something else, how to create stored procedure, how to create stored procedure with the parameters. Okay, these are the things we are going to discuss. First, what is Azure SQL Database? Okay, see friend, Azure SQL Database is a fully managed platform as a service database engine that handles most of the database management functions such as upgrading, patching, backups, and monitoring without user involvement. So what it means is, suppose if you look at your on-premise database, so if at all any upgrade comes, you need to upgrade. Okay, if at all any patching came, suppose something is not working for that particular functionality, they have given some patching. Okay, that patching you need to do. And if you want to take a backup, suppose for safe side, if something is goes wrong in your primary database, you should have another copy of the data. That's why you are regularly taking the backups. Who is going to take the backup? All these things you need to take in care. Okay, upgrading means we usually upgrade, right, from one version to the another version. So even if you look at your WhatsApp, so multiple times you might have seen that, so there is a new update is available, so this particular version is expiring on this particular day. So all those details will get it. In the same way, if you have any database, you need to upgrade by yourself. Okay, and patching, if at all some new feature, something is not working, for that they will implement the solution, they will give it to you, that you need to install it. Next, backups, copies. Okay, so if you lose the one copy, you need to have another copy. For that, you need to set up the backups. You need to monitor, okay, all the users involvement. Okay, like all these things, what happens is you need to do if it is in a on-premise, but it is in the Azure SQL database, meaning whatever activities we have talked about, like upgrading, patching, backups, all those things will be taken care by Azure team. What is meant by Azure team? Microsoft is going to take care of all these things. You no need to do anything. See, monitor without user involvement. Without user involvement, they are going to do upgrade, patching, backup, and monitoring. Okay, you can completely focus on your business while Microsoft is going to take care of everything. Okay, next. Azure SQL Database is always running on the latest stable version of the SQL Server database engine and patching OS with 99.99% availability. What it means is, suppose new version, they have released a new version of your database, then that new version only available in your cloud. You no need to worry. Suppose if it is on-premise, you need to understand new version, then you need to follow different steps to upgrade this one to the new version, right? So now, so you no need to worry about that versioning also. It will be always a latest stable version of the SQL Server database engine you will have. Next, patching OS. So patching OS also will be done, and 99.99% availability, meaning if whenever you are accessing your data, whenever you are updating some data, 99.99% your database will accessible, it will be available. Very rarely it may not be available. That's why they are guaranteeing you that 99.99% availability. It's not 100%. Nobody can give you 100% available, like 100% guarantee, right? So device may fail, anything may happen. That's why 99.99% availability they are telling. Next, So PaaS capabilities that are built into Azure SQL Database enables you to focus on the domain-specific database administration and optimization activities that are critical for your business. So based on your business, you may need to do some kind of a administration activities based on your domain. So maybe if you are banking domain, maybe you need to put some kind of a like access control. Okay, if you are normal retail or something, you need to put some kind of a access control. So based on your domain specific database administration, you need to do based on the criticality of your business. Okay, criticality for your business. Okay, fine. With Azure SQL Database, you can create a highly available and high performance data storage layer for the applications and solutions in Azure. So if you want to get a better performance and my service should be available most of the time, then you need to go with Azure SQL Database. Okay, you need to go for Azure SQL Database. Azure SQL Database is based on the latest stable version of the Microsoft SQL Server Database engine. As we discussed, same point it is repeated here. See, running on the latest stable version. Here, what they are saying is Azure SQL Database is based on the latest stable version of Microsoft SQL Server Database engine. Okay, both are same. Fine. Now, deployment models. Before I go to deployment models, any questions in this particular slide? Everybody's clear? So basically, you need to understand, as we are maintaining this database in the cloud, all upgrades, patching, backup, monitoring, we no need to do, and always will have a latest stable version. Okay. Next, you can able to control your administration task based on your domain, based on your project, based on your work, and this database is high available and high performance. Okay, you will get these are the main things that you need to extract from this particular slide. Yeah, fine. Let me move on now. If no question. So deployment models. Deployment models basically tells so how you are going to create this particular, how you are going to launch, how you are going to deploy this particular database. So there are multiple ways. One is Azure SQL Database provides the following deployment options for database: single database, elastic pool, managed instance. If you remember, when we were creating yesterday, we have these two options. Elastic pool, we have option. Single database means whatever we have created, that is the single database. Elastic pool means I have told you it's a group of databases. It's a multiple databases. Managed instance is nothing but a same one database only, but here you are going to manage some things. Example, we have seen like upgrade, patching, everything will be taken care by the Microsoft if you go with single database. Managed instance means maybe few things you need to control, because as per our requirement, few of the things you need to control, then you can go for the managed instance. Managed instance means you are going to manage few things. You are not leaving everything to the Microsoft. You want to manage few things because that is your requirement as per your data or as per your requirement. Okay, so now we need to understand this is clear difference. Single database means you'll have a single database. Elastic pool means multiple databases. Managed instance means single database which will be managed by us. Okay, it will be in the cloud, and Microsoft is going to manage most of the things. Very few things if you want to maintain, we need to go for the managed instance. Okay, let's see one by one in detail. Now we'll go for the single database. With single databases, each database is isolated from others and is portable. So meaning whatever databases you are creating in backend, those are separated. You can have a multiple databases, but you are going to treat each database as a separate single database, because each database is isolated. Isolated means separated from others. Okay, from other databases you are going to separate the others, meaning each database will be a separated from others and is portable. Portable means you can able to change. You can move from here to here to somewhere, or you can increase or decrease the memory and compute. Anything you can able to change. Next, each has its own guaranteed amount of compute, memory, and storage resource. meaning each database has its own guaranteed amount of compute, memory, and storage. Why each database is having separate compute, memory, storage? Because we were talking about this. This is basically single database. Single database means basically, even though you have multiple databases, whenever you are talking about single database, this single database compute power or storage or memory, everything will be increased and utilized by a single database. When you increase the compute power, memory, and storage for single database, those features, those resources will be used by single database. Okay, you will have more clarity next. The amount of the resources assigned to the database is dedicated to the database and is not shared with other database in Azure. So same point, what it is saying is, when you have a database, for this particular database we have assigned some resources, meaning we have assigned some compute power, memory, and storage. This will not be shared with the other database. See, is not shared with other databases in Azure. Next, here you can see graphically I have SQL server. Under that you will have a database. Yesterday I have shown you. So SQL server which will serve your request, but database will have a actual data. See, database is to S. Okay, I connected from the SQL server. In the same way, I have another database in database India, so I connected from this server. Now, if I increase the memory and compute for this database, only this database is going to use all of this compute and memory. If I increase compute and memory for this particular database, only this database is going to use this compute and memory. That's why this is a single database. This is called a single database, because whatever you are doing, those will be reflected into only one database. These resources will not be shared between these two databases. That's why it's a single database. Now let's go to elastic pool. Elastic pool, you see, with elastic pools you can assign resources that are shared by all the databases in the pool. So if you have a two databases, those two databases are going to share the resources. If you increase the compute, that compute will be shared between the two databases. If you increase the storage, okay, two databases are going to use that particular storage. Okay, like that. You can create a new database or move the existing single databases into a resource pool to maximize the use of resources and save money. Okay, basically what happens, example very simple, I have 1 terabyte of hard disk and my friend is having 5 terabyte of hard disk. Now what I can do is, maybe I have lot of data, my friend he don't have any data. So now what I wanted to do is, I want to make sure these two hard disks are sharing the resources. What it means is, whatever data I'm keeping, that will be adjusted between these two hard disks. Whatever data he is keeping, my friend is keeping, that data also will be adjusted between these two hard disks. Now what happens, I don't need to purchase. When our both data is filled with these 6 terabytes of or 6 TB of hard disk, then we will purchase new one, because we don't have any other choice. But unnecessarily, suppose my friend has purchased 5 TB but he is using only 1 TB. I have purchased 1 TB, but this is not enough for me. What you can do, if you just add these two hard disks, if you are sharing these particular resources between these two hard disks, it will be easy for you to manage the things, and you can able to save the cost, because unnecessarily, without storing the data, up to 4 TB free is there in your friend hard disk. So now if you can able to load your data into his hard disk, what happens is you can able to save the money. So that is a simple example. Here you see, this is the SQL server. I have a East US database. I have a database, India database. Now see what happens is, these two databases are going to share the resources. Okay, this compute memory, if you increase, these two will share that. Whatever compute and memory you increase here, that will be shared between these two. Okay, friends. So whatever you do, that will be shared between all these databases. That is the elastic pool. Elastic pool means you'll have a multiple databases, but these databases will share the resources to save the money. Clear, friends? So as I said, Managed instance also same as a single database. Only thing is few things you can able to control. Okay. But now we'll go to the purchasing models. So how you can purchase these particular things? We talked about memory, we talked about storage, all these things. So there are different purchasing models. One is database transaction units, DTUs. We have seen yesterday. Database transaction units. These database transactions, see in one of the interview, I think I have received this question, what is meant by DTU? Okay, database transaction unit. So you are going to make a payment based on the transaction, number of transaction. So remember, transaction, if you are increasing the transaction, automatically storage also will increase, meaning along with compute, as you increase compute, storage also will increase. This is not recommended. The recommended is next one is called virtual core. Here in this purchasing model, what you can do is you can tell, okay, I want only more storage, you just take more storage. I want only more compute, you just take more compute. But it's not like a database transaction unit where if you increase compute, automatically storage will increase. If you increase storage, if you want to increase the storage, you need to increase the compute. So those things will not be, you can avoid if you go with the virtual core. Okay, next. This is serverless model, means you are not going to touch anything. It will be managed everything in a backend. Okay, you just have to query it. Everything will be managed by the Microsoft. Okay, fine. Next, SQL database features. So these are the features we have, friends. We have a automatic backups. Okay, our data will be taken for backups automatically. You don't need to worry. Next, point in time restore. If something is failed immediately, it will be restored. These backups will be restored. We have a active geo replication. I want to make sure whatever data I'm writing in India data center, this data should be replicated to US data center, so that whoever is accessing this data from US, they can read the data from the US data center. Whoever is reading data from India, they can able to access data from the India data center. Then you need to maintain 2 copies of the data in 2 data center, geo replication. Whenever some data I have written to India data center, it will be written to the geo replication. If possible, I will show you this particular feature also today in today's session. Okay, auto failover group. If something is failed, okay, you can able to restore the your primary database, meaning you, if you have 2 databases, you can make a secondary, like a read-only database, you can make it as a primary database. So this particular thing is basically to come out of the failure situations. Next, zone redundancy database. We have seen zone redundancy means your data copies will be there in a 2 availability zones. It will be there in a 2 availability zones. We have seen this zone redundancy storage in blob storage. When we were talking about blob storage, we have seen that. Okay, so that's all we have. Now you see, whatever we discussed yesterday, I'm just going to discuss those things, few things which are important for today's session as well. So we are going to see relational database. It's nothing but a, from front end, when you type this particular records, that data will be loaded into the table. Table is nothing but a columns, row, okay, columns, rows and fields. Each and everything we discussed in detail yesterday. Okay, next. So when user, when I have a another post record, that record also will come and add it to your table. Okay, so this is how you are going to add to your table. Now, so what exactly mean by your relation? So you'll have a some 2 tables, because we have seen the problem yesterday. If you are keeping entire data in a single table, the redundancy will increase. Okay, more duplicate data will come, same data you need to repeat again and again. That's why we have a different normalization forms. That normalization forms, what it will do is, what they are doing is they are helping you to normalize your data. Okay, so that you can reduce the redundancy. So when you reduce the redundancy, what happens? Data size will reduce. You can save the money, because you are going to occupy less storage, and then managing also it will be easy if you have a less data. Now I have see here customer ID and the customer orders and customer ID. I have a 2 details. Okay, customers details and the customer order details. Now, if I want to join these two tables and to get a total records, yesterday we have seen different joins we have applied, but let's go with full join. What happens in full join? First, it will check the matching record. The matching record is, you see here, 2, and in this table we have a 2. These two are the matching records. Okay. Now, if you look at this, 37 and 77 are the unmatching record. Now here, if you see 3 and 1 are the unmatched record in this table. So all those things I will get it here. So when you want to join these two tables again, you can able to join with the help of joins. We have different types of joins. How you want to, what type of data you want, whether I want all orders information and matching customers information, then you need to go for the left join. I want all customers details and matching orders information, then you need to go for right join. All those things we discussed yesterday. Okay, but just I'm showing you are going to split your data across multiple tables to reduce the redundancy. If you reduce the redundancy, the advantages is you can save the money. How you can save the money? You are going to occupy less storage, and if you have a less data, it will be easy for you to manage. These are the different advantages you will get it. Next, see, these are the only available records in the orders table. Next, these are the only records which are available in your customer table. See, these are the records which are not matching with your order table. These are the records which are not matching with your customer table. These are, okay, there is no matching records in your order table. That's why you are seeing null value. What is the RDBMS? We have seen it's a relational database management system. It's nothing but you are spreading data between multiple tables, and you are creating the relation between those tables. Okay, these relational database management system RDBMS systems are like your SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, and IBM2. Okay, you have a multiple databases. You have relational database management system will manage your database management system. Okay, that is based on the relational model. We talked about all these things yesterday. I just included. Okay, commonly used data types. We need to know these things because today I'm going to use all of these things. So date time, it supports date and time. Date, it supports only date. Okay, I hope date time means you know, right? 2020, 11, 12, 10, 10, 10, 10 hours, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. That is the time. So if you go with the date, it will give you only date. Varchar means it names. Nvarchar means name with a special characters. Int means normal, it can be customer IDs and all this. Big int means more than 9 digits. Example for phone numbers and all those things, you can go for the big int. Next, table syntax, we'll see. Create table. How you create table? Create table, table name, column 1 data type, column 2 data type, column 3 data type, and so on. How many columns you have, those many columns you are going to define. Insert data into table. How you will insert data into table? Insert into table, column 1, column 2, column 3, values are value 1, value 2, value n. So yesterday we have seen without mentioning the column names also we can able to insert the data, and the multiple records we can insert at a time. Then we also have seen in which case we need to go for the columns. When you are not providing data for all the columns, then you need to mention for which columns you are providing the data. You need to mention those column names here, then actual values you need to put here. Select data from table. How you select? Select star from table means you are going to get everything. If you want only few columns, I don't want to get all the data, I want to read only customer names and their phone numbers. You just select those two columns from the table. So this is the syntax which we have seen yesterday. Now procedure syntax, you see stored procedure syntax is this is the way. Create procedure. If it is a table, create table. If it is a procedure, create procedure. Procedure name as begin end. This is the syntax as begin end. Here you need to put the query. That query example, you can say select star from table. Okay, select star from maybe you can say SQL database. Okay, select star from table means it is basically going to give you the entire data. I have another request where I need to pass the parameters to my stored procedure, because this time my query is going to be insert. Okay, so example, I want to insert two records, customer name, customer ID and customer name. See, I am receiving customer ID and customer name like as a parameter, then you need to say yeah, insert into table values are you can say int means 1 and where carry something name, you can give something Rama. So in this parameter you are going to receive a number, this parameter you are going to receive a name. These two details if you want to insert, you need to write a insert query here. Okay, those things I will show you practically. Okay, these are the slides I have, friends. Okay. Any questions?
How many rows and columns we will have
Huh?
in the table? How many rows and columns we will have?
Unlimited. There is no
Unlimited.
limit. Yes. So generally you will see 250 columns, 200 columns, something like that in real time. Okay, records will, like you will have, it depends on tables. Some transaction file tables you will have. So example, if you look at your banks, right? So per day, how many transactions will happen? Everybody will make at least one transaction per day. In a month, if you consider at least 15 transactions, there are a lot of users. So multiple transactions is going to happen. Okay, when you transfer money, when you receive money, all these other transactions. So all those transaction details will be loaded into a single table. So when all these things loaded into a single table, you just imagine how many records will be there in a table. Okay, clear? Fine, let me, yeah, these are the slides I have. Okay, let's come here. Let's go and create our database. Yesterday we created database. Let's create database again. Come to here, search for SQL database, click on SQL database. I have a database which is created yesterday, but I want to create a new one. Let's create new database. Okay, see, I am just creating a new resource. Okay, this is basically cloud funded BI master program 3. Click OK. This is SQL database. Okay, cloud funded SQL DB2. So I am creating the server. Click create server. Click server. SQL server. I'm just saying to just say cloud funded SQL server 2. Okay. So I'm just giving my credentials here. You know all these things, right? So I hope everybody know what is the difference between database and server. Server will take your request and it will act on the database. Okay. So whatever, if you ask the server to insert some data into database, it will insert data into database. You see here, this is what I'm talking about. Want to use SQL Elastic Pool. If you want to use SQL Elastic Pool, meaning you want to maintain multiple databases and all the resources which are increasing, those will be shared between these two databases. If you have two databases, or if you have three databases should share these resources. In that case, you need to go for the Elastic Pool. But I'm going with a single database, that's why I'm not selecting this. Now, compute plus storage. Here you are going with the purchasing model. Just click on configure database. Here you see this is a database transaction units, DTUs. But here you see, if you click on vCore based purchasing options, okay, here you are going to see the number of cores and GB memory. Okay, you just increase this. If you want to increase only the data like storage, you just increase the storage. If you want to increase the cores, you just increase the cores. That's all. Only one. Okay, any one you can increase. Okay, that is possible. But now I will go back to my transactions DTUs. Let me show you. in standard, you see currently it is up like I am able to take 250 GB. If you increase the DTOs, more than 100, I guess, see, automatically the storage size is increased to 750 GB. So if I increase further, it will increase, right? You are using a free trial subscription which is limited to performance level not higher than S1. So we have some limit, but I just wanted to explore. Yeah, this is the max it has reached, I think. See, but this option is we can go up. But if I reduce this, it came down to 250 GB. Automatically, the storage also increasing and decreasing as per my compute. So that is the problem with your DTUs. That's why you need to go for the V course. But I'm going with the standard for now. Or if you want to go with V course, that is absolutely fine. Okay, you can go with that one also. Standard. So I'm going with the default 10 database transaction units. Then I'm just taking 250 GB memory. Okay, I don't want this much memory. I want only 1 GB memory. You can just select 1 GB and then click apply. Okay, let's see what is the cost if I select 1 GB. Okay, DTU selected 10, the estimation cost, see, same 991 INR. Okay, this is basically for DTUs. Okay, even you can take a 250 GB, there is no change. Okay, just click apply, click networking. So leave that default. Additional settings as we discussed. So if you want to attach backup, you can attach. If you want some sample data, you can try it. So when you are creating, please go with sample, select sample, so that you will see a lot of tables will be available by default when you log in. Okay, this is a collation, all those things, leave with them as it is. Tags, if you have any key value pairs, you can give, otherwise click review plus click review. Okay, so now our database will create in 2 to 3 minutes. Once database is created, what I am going to do is I will just show you how we can create the tables, everything. Meanwhile, we will create the tables, everything in our notepad. Okay, now you see how to create table. If it is a table, create a table. Yeah, that's all. If it is a stored procedure, create procedure, you can say, or just proc, you can say. Any word will work. Okay, procedure, you can say full word, or you can say simply proc. Okay, let's go with proc. Okay, create a table name. I need to give table name. Let's say custom. In the same way, procedure name also you can give. Procedure name, what you can do, you can say for custom table, to access custom table or to insert the records into custom table, I'm creating this custom underscore sp. This stored procedure, S means stored, P means procedure, stored procedure. This sp for to act on the customer table. Okay, the syntax here is as, begin and end. Okay, in between this you are going to write some kind of a queries. What kind of queries you can write? Any queries you can write. I will show you that. Now when it comes to the tables, here you need to say customer table, create table customer table. You can say customer id, cust id, in cust name, varchar. Okay, customer phone number, begin, customer joined date, first joined date is date time. I want to give date and time both. These are the 4 parameters I am going to, like, these are the 4 fields I am keeping in my table. I hope you were clear. Int is nothing but only numbers. Varchar means names. Begin means kind of a phone numbers, more than 9-digit numbers. Date time means date and time. Now I want to insert a records. How many ways you can insert record? Insert into cast. and you can mention your all column names. You can mention all your column names. Just mention all your column names here. So when you are mentioning column names, you no need to mention these data types again here. So I'm just removing this. Now I have values. So one way is you mention the column names, you need to provide the values. One can say Rama, and phone number, I will give my phone number. It joined, let's say he joined today 2020 11 12 what time 07 41 maybe 30 seconds. At this time he joined. Now this is a one way to insert the record. If you are going with this way, if you are trying to insert one more record, what you need to do, copy it, paste it, and you need to change the values to, let's say Krishna, same phone number, and the time has changed. Now let's see the number of seconds. You see it's become 42, so I will say it's a 742. Okay, this is the way. If you have other records, if you want to insert, you just have to use this. But now what I wanted to do is I want to go in another way. I want to insert into cast. Okay, I won't mention the column names, I will directly say values. Here you can say 3 5, same phone number I will give. So 2020 11 12 07. Okay, let's say 4300. I will say 4300. I'm saying 43. This is the one record. Now if you want to insert one more record, you can follow same thing. Otherwise, instead of following same thing, what you can do is you no need to mention all these things, values, everything. You simply put comma. This is my first record I want to insert. This is my second record I want to insert. If you have any other records, comma separated, you just put all the records, it will be inserted. Now you see I will insert this fourth record also. 4 same. This is the same phone number. I'll just say the time is 7:44, something like that. Okay, so this way you can able to insert the records into the table, or this way you can able to insert the records into the table. Now if I want to write a select query, select star from cast. So first thing, how many records I'm inserting total? 4 records. So when I ask select star from cast, can you tell me how many records I will get? Tell me friends, how many records I will get?
4 records.
Very good. I'm going to get a 4 records. Now you see what it is meant by your stored procedure is I will keep the stored this query inside stored procedure. Now this stored procedure, when you execute the stored procedure, it is going to execute this query and it will give you the result. It will give you the result. How to execute stored procedure? There are multiple ways again to execute stored procedure. One is exec. You put the stored procedure name. Directly you put the stored procedure name, and there are other ways as well. Okay, so by now database is ready. Let me go and see. Now just click on go to resource. So we know yesterday we need to turn on the firewall, otherwise we will not be able to connect. So click on set server firewall, click add client IP. See client IP added. Now turn on this to connect like my other services to my Azure SQL database. Click save. Save successfully. Come back. Click on query editor. Now here let me enter my password. Okay. So here you just expand tables and see. Oh, shit. By mistake, I think I have not went with empty, right? I suggested, but I forgot to change. See all the adventure notebook, that sample, if you select when you are creating a database, you'll get all these tables. Okay, fine, I got it. Okay, I can leave them. I will go with my own tables. I will create my own tables. I hope everybody understood, right? So that's what I said. I told you, but I also selected the adventure database. Okay, fine. Now come here. I want to create first this table. Let's create this table. Copy this, run it. Affected row 0. Now you go up, click refresh, expand this tables list. Now you will be able to see custom table. Okay. Now I am able to see the custom table. Now from here, I want to insert data into. Let's insert data into custom table by using these two insert queries. Okay, executed. So affected rows 2, meaning it is executed. Now if I say select star from cast, I will be able to see 2 records. Go to messages, see 2 records. What are those 2 records? You can see 1, 2, Rama and Krishna. Now I want to insert 2 more records. What are those? These 2. I will copy these 2. Come here, paste it here, run it. Okay, 2 more records inserted. Now select a star from first. Here, run it. See 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to messages. You see total 4 records we got. Okay. Now I executed select star from cast as well. Now I will go and create this procedure. Very simple. Create procedure. This is the procedure name. As begin end. This is the syntax. In between here you are writing a select star from cast. Now just put in here. Run it. I created this. Okay, I created this. Now I want to execute this stored procedure. Take the name of the stored procedure. Remove everything. This is the stored procedure name. You just put the stored procedure name and run it. See, it is giving the 4 records which you have, 4 records which are in the customer table. Why? Because inside the stored procedure, I kept my select star from custom query. How many different ways you can execute? You can execute exec, run it. So this way also it will work. There are other ways, multiple ways we have to execute our stored procedure. Okay, this is 4 records again. Now I will create my stored procedure in another way. You need to tell me what is the result this time. Okay, fine. This is the stored procedure. I will take it. I need to create it here only because you need to tell me some results. Okay, so I don't need to create a stored procedure. First I will ask here only. Now I will say select star from cast. You are getting all the records. In this I want to filter where PID equal to 4. Can you tell me how many records I will get now?
1 record.
1 record.
What's the record?
Everybody's clear, friends. Very simple. Right now I have a customer ID 1, 2, 3 and 4. I am saying wherever customer ID is matching with number 4, please give me that record only. Okay, let's go and execute this query and check it. Run it. It's not a cust ID, it's a cust ID. It's not a CID, it's a cust ID. See, only 4th record. Go to messages, only 1 record. If I mark it as a 3, how many records I will get? Only 1. If I change it to 2, how many records I will get? Only 1. See, 2 records. Only 1 I am getting. You understood this query. Now I want to create a stored procedure again. Create proc first underscore sp1 as begin end. Here I will put that query select star from cast where first ID equal to 4 or cast ID equal to 2 I will give. Now when I execute this stored procedure, I am just executing this, executed. Now I will just take this particular stored procedure name and I'm executing. How many records I will get in my result? Because you think this is easy, but tomorrow you will confuse when I use all these things in my data factory. That's why I've taken separate session to explain all these things. Tell me, friends, how many records I will get?
1.
Only
1 record only.
only 1 record. Very good. See, I will get only one record. Now, if you execute this, every time one record only. So I want to get third record. So there is no way. You need to create a new stored procedure. Are you going to create a new stored procedure to get the third record? No. It will be difficult to create a multiple stored procedures to get one record. For that, I want to create a dynamic parameter. Okay, how you can create it? Create proc cust underscore sp2 as begin, and this is same. Now query also, you see same query I will use here. Only the problem is this value I should receive dynamically. For that, after the name, you just say at the rate, okay, parameter 1, okay, parameter for ID, or you can say param ID. So it's a parameter ID parameter. Okay. ID param, you can say param ID, you can say anything is fine. For easy understanding, you don't need to be exact name. Yeah, that is up to you. So this number, whatever you want to pass, what you want to pass, number or name? Number or name you want to pass, friends? Number. That's why integer. You need to define this parameter type also. Number I want to pass. That number I need to use here. So take this parameter. Take this parameter. You use it here. Now copy this and paste it here. Click run. The affected rows is 0. Affected rows is 0. Affected rows is 0 now, right? So now how you will execute this stored procedure is, you see this stored procedure is expecting one argument as a number. Now, let me just show you here. This is my stored procedure. When I say cust ASP2 and I will pass number 2, this 2 will be assigned to ID param. It will go here. So now it will become select star from cust where cust ID equal to 2. If I pass cust ASP2 equal to 3, 3 means this is a 3. Select star from cust where cust ID equal to 3. If I pass here 4, it will become a select star from cust where cust ID equal to 4. Okay, clear? Now let's go and test it. We created already stored procedure. Let's I run 4. Okay, fourth record came, fourth one record came. Go here and I will pass 3. I will pass 3. Connect. So I'm getting third record. Messages is 1, 2. Okay. Result. See, second record I got only how many records? 1 record. If I give 1, only 1 record I will get. Okay, I'm getting 1 record. Come here, you see affected rows is only 1. This is clear to all of you, right? Now, same stored procedure I'm going to use to insert the data. So create proc first underscore sp3 as begin and end. Now what I wanted to do, I want to like insert a new record. So what is the insert query? This is the insert query. If you want to insert one record, bring that and see here. See create proc cust underscore sp3 as begin and here I am writing my insert into cust values. These all values I want to pass it dynamically. Okay, what all values? Param ID, param name, param phone number, param date. Okay, all these 4 values I want to pass dynamically. Then we have to come here. We have to say PID, param ID is integer. Next parameter is P name, parameter name. It's a varchar, name means varchar, 3 or 40. How many digits you want to allow? Let's say varchar of 3 I am giving. If I type Rama, it will not take because you are saying varchar of 3, meaning RAM, only 3 letters it will allow. If you want to allow Rama 4 letters, you have to say 4. That is the indication of varchar 50. Don't confuse. Okay. Next, at the rate P. PID we have completed, P name we have completed. Next, what we have, friends? Parameter phone number. So this is a begin. Next one is @param joined date. This is basically date time. Okay. Now I will pass these parameters. One is PID. So that's it. That is my first parameter. Order you should not change. If you want to change the order, you need to define the column names. So in same order, you need to pass these things. Based on in what order you have data in your table. First we have a ID, next name, next phone number, next data. So in same order, you need to pass the values if you are using this syntax. If you are using this syntax, first syntax, this syntax, so you can put cust name here, custard you can put next, then Rama you can give first, one you can change. So based on in which order we have provided column names here, in same order you are going to provide the data here. But when you are not mentioning column names, you need to provide data in same order how you have fields defined, columns defined in your table. Now you see, create procedure, procedure name. These are 4 parameters. Those 4 parameters I'm using to insert data into cust. Copy this. Paste it here, click now. Okay, so this is created. I will create it and I will come back. Now I want to insert some data into this table sp3. Okay, now first parameter I will say file. Parameter p name I will say Sri. Okay, next. So phone number I will give my number. Okay, joined date, project joined date I will say 2020 11 12 10 sorry 07 57, maybe you can say some 30 seconds. These are the values I'm providing to this store page of 5 Srinath. Okay, this is the phone number. This is my this is basically my your date. Okay, take this, keep it here, click run. So effective row is 1. Let me just select here, select a star from first. I want to exclude only this query, select that query and run it. Only selected query will run. See, you are seeing total 5th record also came. I won't change anything. I'll just say number 6 and name also. Let me change name to Srinath to Deepak. Okay. Let's select this and run it. One more row, insert a 6th record. Select a star from first. From here 6. You see 6. Deepak, this one and this one.
Hello.
Yes, tell me. Please.
So how can we see previously executed query here? Is there an option?
What query executed?
Previously, what query we executed that I want to see, I want to execute again. So how can we go for that one?
Your voice is breaking. What you want to see exactly? You want to see the last executed query. You need to save those queries. So you have a
Okay.
save query option. If you have written, you can able to save that query. You need to save them. Those will not be available. It's not a code to save. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Now, final one. I want to go with the update. Okay. I want to go with the update. How you will update? How you will update it? Okay. Fine. So you know how to write an update queries, friends. Example. Let's say I want to say that Krishna has changed his phone number. Krishna has changed his phone number. I want to update his phone number. How can I update his phone number? Very simple. You see, I want to update. Which table you want to update? Custody table I want to update. Okay, custody table I want to update. So what you want to set? I want to set custody phone number. Okay, custody phone number equal to what you want to set. I want to set something new number. Maybe you can say 890442482. It's double two. I will put double like 2 3. I'm just changing here number. or I want to put a nine digits. Okay, maybe he is again wrongly updating. Maybe let's simply go with this assumption. He is updating phone number 8222, simply 82. 12 is missing here. He is updating this phone number. Now, if you simply execute this query, what this query is going to do, it is going to update the data in all the records, because you are not saying specific record, you are not mentioning specific record. Now you need to say your filter condition where PID cust ID equal to 2, cust ID equal to, wherever my customer ID is 2, only select that row. Please select this row, second row. Please select this row. In this row, because I'm saying where cust ID equal to, this is the matching record. In this place, set a cust phone number to 82, not 822, set to 82, I'm saying. Okay. In which table this cust phone number column it has to update? Cust table. Update cust table, set cust phone number as this value, and filter condition is where cust ID equal to. Now select this, run it. See, updated is one row. Select star from cust. Select this and run it. See, wrong phone number will be available. You see 82. It's not 822. It's 8. Now what I wanted to do, I want to update this. Now I want to update back to correct phone number. I want to update back to correct phone number. How you can do? So this is my query. This is the update query. This is my correct phone number. This is a customer ID. So now what I will do, I will create a one more stored query. Create proc first underscore sp. You can say 6 as begin end. You remove this, and this update query I will keep it here. So you already know, that's why I'm just removing this phone number. I will pass a dynamic value. Cust ID also I will pass dynamic value. What you can do, p parameter for ID. Okay, ID is we know number, phone number. Okay, parameter for mobile number, MB number, mobile number. You can say this is also begin. This is the data type is begin. For ID, it's a number. Its phone number is also number, but it's a big number. Okay, that's why begin. Now PID I need to put where? Here. If you need to take this and keep it here. Okay. So select this. Come here. Put this. Okay, let's execute this. I executed. Now will that value change? No. Whatever you want to update, now you can able to update. Okay, so how you will update? You see, this is your stored procedure. Take this stored procedure name. Okay, what is PID I want to give? So at customer ID 2, at customer ID 2 record, I want to update my phone number to 890442448. That's all. Okay, come here. Just put here. Okay, just run it. Oh, I think you need to do that. Okay, just run it. See, now it is affected. Now select star from first. Now you see the correct number will be there. See at second place. See correct number. Again, I want to update phone number to only 5 digits at customer ID 2. So just execute same stored procedure. Okay, affected row is that. Now come here. Now you see only 5 digits came here. Now I want to correct it back to 24822. Okay, just run it. Okay. Select star from custody. So you are seeing all these data. Next important thing. Let's say I will go with 4. Okay. So I will pass same value. What will happen? There won't be any change because you are sending the same data. Okay, you will not see the change. Okay, because you are sending the same data, it will be same. Let's say if I say double to, if I add to the this phone number, just execute it. Now you just say select star from first, go to fourth record and see double to number is updated. Likewise, you can write all your queries inside your stored procedure. Okay, just give me like 10 more minutes because I'm going to show you how you can execute these particular stored procedures from your Azure Data Factory. Okay, 10 minutes, not more than that. Okay, very simple things. Open your portal, because tomorrow anyhow we are going to discuss, but if I show you here today, you will practice it and come tomorrow, so it will be easy for you to understand. That's all. Okay, just to quickly create your data factory, search for your data factory, click on data factories, click add data factory. Even we can use the existing one if you are okay. Just use the BA master program to east2s and name is cloud container PDF v2. Okay, this is the version 2. This name also taken this. Yeah, it is available. This is available. Click git configuration. I want to configure it later. Leave it as is. Tags also you can leave them default values. Final validation. Click create. So I have also shown you how you can create data factory from the PowerShell. See, deployment is completed. Go to resource. Click on author and monitor. The first thing we need to do is we need to connect to the database. Okay, so we need to create a linked service because that is mandatory. If you want to do anything in any service, you need to connect to that from DDF. For that, come here, click new linked service. It is in the cloud, so I can use a Azure integration and search for Azure SQL database. This is the database. Select this, click continue. This is the linked service for Azure SQL DB, ASDB. Then okay, I'm connecting over with the help of Azure integration runtime, auto resolve integration runtime. Next, I'm identifying my database through subscription. Which database I want to connect to? Remember, with the extension 2 we have used for today database. This is the database I want to connect. This is the server. I want to authenticate. If you remember, when I am creating server, I have given some username and password. Same details I'm going to provide you. Key vault we will discuss. Don't worry. Now click on test connection. Connection successful, you can create it. So now we have connected to the Azure SQL database. Now click on author tab. Okay, click on pipeline. Directly you can create a pipeline. Okay, create a pipeline. Yes, the stored procedure. Okay, fine. Okay, name is not good. Looks like. Let me give P as capital. It will be good. Okay, fine. Everything is capital. Okay, fine. Now, if you want to execute your stored procedure, go to general. You'll have a activity called stored procedure activity. Bring that activity into pipeline. Okay. Yes. Okay. Cust SP I'm executing. Come to settings. See, it's a simple name. You can give simply Cloud Pandit SP. You can give anything. Okay. It's not like a custom SP means I'm executing that SP which we have created. Okay, it's not like that. Okay, Cloud Pandit underscore SP. You can give any name. Come to settings. Here you need to use the linked service. This is the linked service. In this, if you remember, we have created multiple stored procedures. See, all the stored procedures which we have created, all the stored procedures created by your like when you select your adventure database, you'll get these two stored procedures. But these are the stored procedures which is created by me. Now let's go and understand one stored procedure, which is fine. Okay, so custom underscore sp3. This is the stored procedure which is going to insert the data. Okay, so let's use this stored procedure and we will pass all these values. Cust sp3. Where is that? Let's select this. Now to this particular stored procedure, I need to pass multiple values. What are those values? You don't need to worry. Just click on import. It will give you all the parameters. See, PID, P joined date, P name, and a P phone number you need to provide. Basically, what happens is when you are implementing pipeline, other activity output you will pass it to the stored procedure. But in today, yes, we don't have any other activities. Let me hard code the like all the values. Okay, let's say you can say P joined date. Joined date, I will just get it from the UTC time dynamic parameter. We can use UTC like UTC now. Click finish. Now let's say this UTC time is in a UTC time. I want to convert into IST. That is possible. Very simple steps that you need to do. If you want to convert that time into your Indian IST time, you need to say 1 second UTC. See here you see convert to time zone. Convert time zone we have, right? So what you can do is you just select this. Into that you just pass your UTC time, a UTC function. This is basically in a UTC time. You need to tell it is in a UTC. I want to convert into Indian standard time. You just ask, this is the time which is generating in UTC. This UTC time I want to convert into Indian IST time, then select it. So this time we are going to get a hour time. Okay, will come and joined PID. I will just make sure it's little bit different when we are exporting from the stored from the Azure data factory. That's why I'm giving a 3-digit number as a my ID, because basically when we have inserted that is single numbers 1 2 3, but now I am passing 311. P name I will say ADF. Name is ADF. Customer name is ADF. Customer phone number I can say my phone number. Okay. So these are the details I have provided. Now let's click debug. Before you click debug, let's verify. Select star from cust table. Run it. Go to messages. Total you have 6 records, out of which you can say 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now I am in my ADF. Let's click debug. What will happen? You see. Oh, successfully failed. Good. Oh, it has failed. Convert time zone. The value provided for time zone ID Indian standard. Indian standard time. Oh, it is not valid. It is valid only. 1 second. Don't worry, friends. Convert time. Sorry. Just find the correct function. UTC is correct. Indian standard time. Maybe I need to say capital I. It's not a clear sense to standard spelling right only, right? Standard time. Indian standard time. Just click finish. Let's click debug. Okay, because I tried that, it worked, but it is not working now. I have few things. Just give me a minute. Let me check, because I have tried that. I have saved somewhere as well, because all this conversions is important in our upcoming labs. But why it is not working suddenly? Screenshots. India, oh sorry, it should be India standard time. It's not an Indian standard time. Okay, India standard time. Okay, sorry, just to click on. So capital, small, it's not a matter. You remember, right? I have given when we were using for each activity value, small letters, capital letters have given and shown you. So it should be India standard time, not Indian standard time. Okay, just click the. Yeah, this time it will successfully executed. Okay, it will successful this time. See, successfully executed. Come here. Let's say select a star from first. Come down. You see 111 ADF. This is the phone number. This is the my like customer joined date. You see, this is in a India standard time. You see 8:16. 8:16 is the correct time. You can see that. Okay. Now I will execute my stored procedure with different values now. 222. Same India standard time. This is the ADF SP, ADF stored procedure activity is modifying this, and this is the same phone number. Just click debug once again. See, succeeded. Come here. Let's do one thing. Run this particular cust query again. Come down. Use it 222 ADF SP. This is the phone number. This is the one. Like see 17. It's 17. Okay, it is converting from UTC to the Indian standard. Because this is important when we are going for the incremental loads. When we are going for the incremental loads, we may need to take the max time that I need to take it in a Indian standard time, India standard time. Okay, so these are very important, friends. Please practice all these things. Okay, any questions before I stop the recording? I just discuss the geo replication, but that I will not. I don't want to keep it in this particular session. I will just stop the recording and I will discuss geo replication, how you can do. Whoever is interested, they can stay back. Otherwise, you can leave. Okay.